Okay.
Chicka. Yeah.
Kill Bill and Rev. We don't suck. Ooh.
What it do, y'all? Welcome back to episode
6074.
And here we are, doing the thing that we always do.
Yeah, doing the thing, doing the damn thing. You know. How's your ninth cousin James doing?
We talked about this. Stop asking me this question, you fucking asshole. I have a question for you, nevertheless. Okay. You are able to, this is a hypothetical, you are able to expel a tiny droplet from your index finger if you really,
Flex.
Really flex. Well, no, if, you tense your whole body up and, put all your strength and focus onto the tip of your finger, a tiny, droplet of water can come out. And you can do that twice a day at most, right? Mm-hmm. You walk up to Professor Xavier's school, right? You basically knock on the door and you're like, hey, I would like to join the school. They take you to Professor Xavier and in his principal's office or whatever you want to call it, and he turns around and you have to convince him that they need you.
Okay, so I would turn to Professor Xavier.
Hello, child.
Hello, child. I'd look at him and I said, "Hey, buddy, you're looking kind of thirsty," and just kind of stare at him for a second, just feel him out.
How did you know?
You have a parched look upon thine brow. I'd say to him.
Thank you.
I would say, "Quick, open your mouth," and I'd extend my finger and just kind of let it drip the small water droplet.
No, but it takes you 10 minutes of focusing, tensing up, and the whole Dragon Ball Super Saiyan kind of really.
Yeah. Towards the end, I'm full on
No, yeah, and you're sweating so much that honestly, once it finally drips down, you're not even 100% certain it's not just sweat.
Okay. Well, I'm not 100% certain, or he's not 100% certain.
You're not 100% certain, but you're sort of convinced that it's your superpower, that you're a mutant.
I said to him, "So how's that taste?"
A little bit salty, but it's okay.
It's salt water. It's salt water that I can do that with. Oh. But the salt content is low. You can drink it.
Okay, well...
And I'd say to him, "Do you want another?"
Well, to be honest, I'm a little bit parched, but not for seawater.
Well, that's too bad. And I just start gearing up again.
Yeah, but that one, if you do it twice a day, the second time you pass out for half an hour, at least. All right, so you do that.
I just fall on him.
Yeah.
I'm just out.
Well, you don't fall on him. I mean, there's a desk between the two of you. You fall on his desk or backwards onto the chair.
I want to fall on the desk. I want to fall, but I break the desk. Can I shatter the desk on the way down?
I mean, it's not a cheap desk, but let's just imagine that that it was a little flimsy, and so it collapses under your weight.
Also, when I pass out my body just automatically assumes the pose of an elbow drop.
All right.
I just kind of do a diving elbow drop when I pass out.
You wake up and he's like, "Well, are you okay, child?"
No. I'm not.
I'm not quite sure what happened.
But I need to know if I've made it. If I made it into the school.
Why? Why do you think you belong in this school?
Because I'm a mutant, and to turn me away is discrimination.
I'm not entirely convinced you are a mutant, or what use you could have from joining my school. After all, I think you would do just fine blending in with the rest of society, and none would be the wiser.
But somebody will figure it out, and when the mutant war comes, I want to do my part. And kill.
Okay, let's
kill those fucking human bitch. Stupid fucking pigs.
Oh, Okay.
Shatter some human skulls and rip their young from them.
I'm a little bit concerned by your tone.
Murder.
I'm a little bit concerned by everything you just said. Okay, well, let's say hypothetically, eventually the humans, the non-mutants, figure out that you are indeed what you say you are, a mutant. I'm not sure how that would happen. Why?
Radical, violent mutant. Killer.
I don't know how they would figure it out, but that's for another day. I'm not convinced.
Baby eater.
I'm just not convinced that they would ever figure out you're a mutant. But fine, let's say they discover that you're a mutant. They're disgusted with you. My next question would be the humans versus mutants war. Why are you so convinced that will happen?
I don't know, man. Just fucking I'm praying for it. Just hoping it happens.
What would you be able to offer during said hypothetical war?
I mean,
Were you gonna fling a drop of salt water into them?
you're out there in the trenches. I'm next to Captain America or some bullshit. Captain America's a mutant, right? Am I wrong?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Something's wrong with him. Okay. And we're in the trenches.
Right.
And he's killing those fucking Nazi pigs. Okay?
Okay.
With his AK-47, because that's how
Right.
Captain America fucking rolls.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, we're sitting there and it's real hot. And he goes, gee, I sure am thirsty. You know, and I just say, open your mouth, you know?
Okay.
And just start powering up right there. That's when you need me. You know?
Why?
Captain America, you want him to be parched while he's fucking slaughtering Nazis? Human scum?
Okay. Why couldn't he just bring a bottle of water? I mean, I don't think anyone who's parched would, feel better after 2 droplets of salt water. It doesn't help you with being parched. Why not just inquire Storm to procure a cloud of water instead?
You're sounding a lot like a human sympathizer right now.
Look, perhaps we need to look at this conversation a different way, right? Let's say you are on your own, out there doing battle with non-mutant folk. On your own, do you really believe you stand a chance against a tank, for instance?
Okay, so here's my plan. I do my little routine, and I make a drop of water, and I say, "Tank, you who over here," and I run away, and it slips and falls.
Falls where?
If on the ground, you fucking
Like a
dumbass.
cartoon banana slip, like, whoosh, and just like falls on its back. It's not how it works, I'm afraid.
Have you ever been on the field of battle? And have you ever rose to the call of duty?
I may have.
All right. Well, I mean, let's just agree to disagree.
Well,
you know?
no, let's not, because even in this hypothetical you propose, you're going, you who tank over here, they'll know you're over here because you've been screaming in the corner for 10 minutes trying to procure your single droplet of salt water. I just don't see it working. I need proof of practicality of your powers. And I'm afraid I'm not convinced. So how about this? How about I give you a set of challenges. You go and fight a few of the other established X-Men members, and then you come back to me and tell me how set fights went, okay?
I mean, that's fine, but like, I don't think Wolverine had to do this.
Well, I think his powers just happened to be a little more convincing than yours.
Okay, well, that's first of all rude. Okay, a little fucked up.
Okay.
And second of all, You are ugly.
Person appears in front of you with a gun, okay? Let's say that. Appears in front of you with a AK-47, locked and loaded, pointed at you, standing maybe, I don't know, let's say 16 feet away, right? You've got nowhere to hide behind, and you catches you by surprise. You turn over your shoulder. What do you do in that instant? How do you survive? How do you keep yourself alive? Riddle me that, you magic droplet bitch. Sorry.
That's racist.
Sorry, go on. Yes, tell me, what would you do?
So what I would do is very easily. It's so easy, man. And you don't see it, even with your big fucking mutated brain. It's somehow fitting in your fucking weird skull.
Please,
okay?
Don't digress.
You fucking bitch.
But do go on.
Here's what I would do. I would stand in front of them and I'd say, wait. And they'd halt for just a second. And I'd say, if you pull the trigger, you're gay.
What if they are gay?
Maybe they don't want people to know.
But what if they do? They're openly homosexual.
Fuck.
And if anything, that's incentive for them, like, all right, I thought this guy was going to convince me otherwise, but I guess I could just shoot him. You know, what would you do then?
Wait, if I say that, okay, I got it. If they are gay, then I'd say, if you pull the trigger, you're straight.
But how would you know if they're gay or straight? You only have one shot. Eminem.
I'll start saying gay real slow, and if they look like they're still gonna pull the trigger, then I'll say I'll be like, if you pull the trigger, you're gay straight, like that. That's how I'll get them. This is so fucking dumb.
It would appear that your intellectual prowess is indeed that above of an ordinary man, or something like that. Okay, well, first things first. Why don't you go and fight Wolverine in the training chambers?
All right. Okay,
and after you fight Wolverine, I would like for you to also fight Cyclops, followed by Iceman, and to, I guess, wrap it all up, Storm. Just fight those four and then tell me how it goes.
Let's talk for a second.
We've talked for a while, friend.
If I beat Wolverine one time, I'm still not good enough to just be in the fucking X-Men?
No, you see,
like I can't just.
Wow, you see, your question comes from a place of great arrogance, and you should humble yourself. The reason I'm giving you 4 opponents is because I'm giving you 4 separate opportunities to prove yourself. Should you be able to, defeat any one of these foes, then of course I would have no option but to let you in. And you know what? Forget defeating them. If you don't lose to any of them, at least one of them, right? If you don't lose to one of these 4 opponents, then you have proven to me at that point that you are good enough. I'm not expecting you to go and defeat each one I've just listed. It's just, in my opinion, you won't be able to defeat any of them.
All right.
But just because you asked, maybe I should give you even more opportunities. Nightcrawler will be the 5th one, okay?
Awesome. So
where
do I go? Where do I go to fight?
The training chambers. Okay, so when you leave the door, it's to your left, down the hall, 3rd door to your right, and just that's it. Just go straight, and you'll see one of the doors will have a label on it for training.
All right, so when I leave here, it's to the left, 3rd door to the right.
Yes. And then a little bit down the hall, it'll be on one of the doors. The label will say it's the training chambers, okay? I'll see you soon, friend. It's been a interesting conversation. Bye now. Leave.
I hope you die.
Leave,
Let's
exit.
go. All right, cool. I'm leaving. This is me walking.
5 days later. It's you.
Yeah. I'm here.
How did it go?
They're all dead.
I find it hard to believe, so let's start with Wolverine. Tell me how that battle went.
Well, it was really simple. I knew that Wolverine was an avid homophobe. So I said to him, if you slice at me, you're gay. And I played against his weaknesses. And he was just like, I can't fucking slice him. And I just fucking made a little droplet of water. And I said, yoo-hoo, I'm over here. He fell down. And it broke his neck, and his adamantium neck fucking broke off into his skull, and he died.
Okay, Bill, that's your name as I understand it. I will tell you why I find it hard to believe that what you're telling me is true. Besides the fact that I just spoke to Wolverine half an hour ago, it is curious that, you know, you told him if you're gay, if you slice, you're gay. He was like, oh, fuck, I can't slice. But then, surely, he'd just stomp you out. He's got bones made of adamantium steel. I don't think you could possibly inflict any mortal wounds upon Wolverine from him just simply slipping on a single droplet of salt water. I don't know how anyone could possibly slip on a single droplet of salt water. It doesn't it's not oil. It's not oil, it's just water. His foot would absorb
real
it.
Slippery.
His foot would absorb it. So please explain to me, how did you mortally wound Wolverine in your hypothetical?
Okay, first of all, his foot wouldn't absorb it because his foot is made of, like, his fucking boot is made of rubber. Okay? Like, he has those weird fucking spandex and rubber all over him. You ever stood on something?
Okay, he slipped. How did he die?
How did he die?
Yes.
I told you he fell and broke his neck, and part of his neck bone, fucking adamantium neck bone, shattered and went into his skull.
How did the neck bone go all the way through his skull?
He really fell.
The way you describe it sounds like he collapsed on himself like 9/11. He's not a tall fucking Empire State Building type creature, you know? He is a human mutant, but okay, fine, whatever. You know what? Moving on. How did you defeat the rest of your enemies? Pick whichever you would like first.
Okay, I did them in a different, I did some sequence breaking, and I beat Nightcrawler next.
Sure. I mean, there was no prerequisite.
I saw him, and I know, there's two things I know about Nightcrawler. One is that he can teleport through walls and other things. Mm-hmm. And the other thing I know is that he is an avid homophobe. He just hates gay people.
He's also incredibly athletic, right? For, having
whatever.
Passed
dude.
in the circus, something like.
So you just want to just prop up a homophobe? You want to make a homophobe look good?
No,
is that what you want?
It's news to me that he's a homophobe. I don't believe you, in fact, but that's fine. What I'm saying is, I'm giving you a little bit more context into who Nightcrawler is. It's just, not someone who could just slip and break his neck, for instance. It is someone who's incredibly agile. If he slipped, he'd still land on his feet like a cat. Go on.
Okay, so what I did is I said, hold on, don't kick my ass. He kind of heard me out a little bit, and I was just like, if you kick my ass in the next 10 minutes, you're gay.
And he was like, oh no, I don't want to be that.
Yeah, he said that out loud. He said that. He said, I don't want to be gay. And so then I kind of ran away, and I went to this I went to this other location, like right outside, and created my sweat drop trap. I mean, water drop trap. I'm sorry that I said that. So I created this water drop trap, and I went back inside, and I was like, "Hey, show me your cool fucking powers."
Okay.
And then he was like, "Yeah, sure, dude, whatever." And he does it, and he teleports outside, and he slips and falls and breaks his neck.
Storm. How did you defeat Storm? She, I've seen her fighting in the training room. She'll just levitate.
This one was really, really tricky. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I imagine so.
So I looked at her dead in the eyes and said, "If you kick my ass, you're gay." And she was just like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't want to. I'm not gay."
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
What makes you think it happened? It physically happened. So anyway, then I shot her in the fucking face.
Okay, fine. Iceman. How did you defeat Iceman?
Okay, this was actually incredibly easy, and I didn't have to use any psychological tricks. Okay? I said, I invited him over, and I was like, I befriended him, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, you and me, you're pretty cool, I'm pretty cool. Let's go play some X-Men Children of the Atom."
Right.
And he then talked about how he didn't get paid any for the licensing on that.
Okay.
But he was down anyway because it's a pretty fun game. And then, I invited him over, and he was just like, "Yeah, man, I don't understand. Professor X is just fucking tripping. You seem pretty cool." But all the while, he was falling into my fucking trap. So we're sitting there playing the game, and he didn't know that I put the heat up to 110 in the house. And there I am sweating.
He's not made of ice,
But
by the
he's
way.
fucking melting, and he gets all, what? I'm sorry?
He can assume a flesh-based form. He isn't walking around in his ice form, you know that? He doesn't just do that, I'll be an ice boy right now. No, it's whenever it's necessary.
Yeah. But, okay, I don't know if there's some kind of recurring theme with, homophobia in
Okay.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Okay, because, I'm starting to think that you guys are, some weird, anti-gay organization.
Right. Okay.
Because he turned into his flesh form, and I said, "Bro, what are you, gay?" Turning into flesh form. And he was like, "Oh, no. And he turned into a fucking ice popsicle man.
Can I just, I don't know if you knew this, but
What kind
Iceman...
of operation are you running here, man?
Iceman is gay. Iceman is a homosexual man.
Okay.
Canonically.
Now, first of all, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it.
Okay, sure. I'm really curious to see what you pull out of your ass this time.
Yeah, you would say something like "pull out of your ass," you fucking homophobe. All right.
I'm played. Never mind. Go on. Okay, yeah, fine. You accuse me of being a homophobe, and yet you accuse of Iceman being a homophobe when he is openly gay.
You say that, but it sounds like to me like you're using Iceman as a scapegoat to
How
say,
so?
"Oh, look, he's gay, but he's not actually gay. He's not actually gay."
I mean, he has a boyfriend.
Yeah,
Not the first
but
one,
it's like,
his new one. He's had many of relationships, openly homosexual relationships. He's one of the most...
I'm saying that you're running some kind of weird Chick-fil-A anti-gay propaganda station here. Okay?
We're open on Sundays.
Yeah, exactly. Okay? And I'm looking over at Iceman here, and I say, "Oh, look, he's the perfect poster boy for look, we love the gay people, but you're actually donating to," and that's actually something I wanted to talk to you about. So I saw that you were donating to the Salvation Army a lot, and they're
We're
pretty
not. We're actually not.
No. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've got the receipts.
Please do show.
Here they are, right here in my fucking hand. I just pulled them out of my asshole because that's where I store my receipts.
Oh yes, please. Okay, let me take a look. Okay. Interesting. So, are you certain you are literate?
Yes.
I'm not so convinced. I mean, what you're showing me here is papers that confirm that we give money to the Invisible Children organization.
Okay, of course you give money to the... I'm talking about underneath that. Of course you give money to the invisible children. They're invisible. They're mutants.
Right. Okay.
Under that.
The one...
Right there. Salvation Army. Right there. You know that they hate gay people.
It says Children's Villages.
You know, this point that I was making, maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, but there was a big problem with homophobia in your ranks.
I very much
Iceman
doubt
is
it.
dead.
You murdered one of our few openly homosexual members.
All of these people are dead.
According to you.
You talk to Wolverine, but it's not even Wolverine. It's my fucking Robo Wolverine that I made. Which, by the way, I can do that.
I talked to him telepathically, you dunce.
That's where you're wrong. You talk to my neural network.
Just tell me how you killed Cyclops.
All right, this is pretty easy.
Who's sitting right there in the corner of the room right now?
That's not Cyclops.
Oh yes, it's another one of your robots with
Terry's a good actor.
Oh, really? Okay, great. I mean, I can...
Hey, Terry, come over. Terry.
He's not going to move. I'm speaking to him. I'm linked to him right now, and we're speaking without using words. And we're both laughing.
That's weird. Just laughing in your head?
Oh, it's something we do sometimes. Go on. Tell me how you killed him. Tell us.
Well, I looked at him and I said, yo, that costume looks kind of funny, buddy. And he got real self-conscious. I just kicked his ass. Whatever you're talking to right now is definitely an imposter named Terry.
I appreciate your tenacity. Tell me, what would be your superhero name? Salt Drop?
Drip. The Drip.
That sounds disgusting. Nobody wants the drips.
Yeah, they do. Respect the drip, Karen.
Okay. All right.
So am I in or what?
Fine. Fucking fine. All right, you're going to be rooming with Iceman, who's A-okay.
Iceman is dead. He's dead.
I'm speaking to him right now. He's in the...
No,
he's outside.
You're
playing
making shit up
basketball.
because the audience will believe you because you have telepathic powers. You're
What
making shit up.
audience do you
Cyclops
speak
isn't
of?
even here. Look, it's all a lie, bro. It's all a goddamn lie.
What audience do you speak of? Are you okay?
The audience at home that's listening as we speak.
Why isn't audience listening? What are you?
I don't know. You're telepathic. You figure it out.
You're not bugged. I don't sense you being bugged. I do not sense...
Dude, there's literally a wall that is open right there with people staring at us.
These are my students.
Oh. I need help.
That much is clear. See, when you first came here, I was certain I would turn you away, but now that we've spoken at great length, I can tell clearly you do need help. Now, on the one hand, I'm not certain I'm qualified to give you that help. I doubt that anyone else would take you in, especially when you're spouting such frivolous anti-human rhetoric. Perhaps I can help you stop hating your own kind.
I'm not a human. I am a mutant.
Okay, my fellow mutant, perhaps we can help you not hate humans, as you call them. What would it take? Why do you despise them so? Do you have a tragic story? Were you cut in line at a subway?
First of all, can you get away with doing that?
I mean,
Cut in line in Subway? I don't think you can do that.
I've seen it happen.
Because it's such a small area. You've seen it happen, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. You say to me, you've seen it happen.
Nightcrawler.
What did you do? What did you do?
It was Nightcrawler. I was impressed by the cheekiness.
Wait, hold on. You hired someone based on this fucking horrific act this atrocity that they committed?
No,
you
this
thought
was
it was
after.
cheeky?
This was after the fact. They already were part of the X-Men. We all went to have Subway. Nightcrawler cut the line because, he went with a super vegetarian option. He just, skipped past the meat section, was on the other side, already requesting for the cookies and some extra guac. So, I just thought it was cheeky, but it was fine. We were all traveling as a group, and I was paying for all of us anyhow. But what I'm saying is, I don't know what I'm saying. Let's just move on. What is your tragic story? This is about you, not me.
Okay. So, let me tell you what happened to me. So there I was in a Target. Okay? And I wanted to buy a new duvet. And I said to myself out loud while in Target, just to make sure everybody knew why I was there, because I was alone and I wanted to feel loved. I yelled out, "I'm getting a duvet!" Like that. Just to let everybody know why I'm here. I have purpose. You know?
Forthcoming.
Yeah. And I felt like it was the right thing to do was to just let everyone know that I'm getting a duvet, And so there I am yelling, "I'm getting a duvet." And I bumped into somebody, and I think they knew that I was a mutant.
Okay.
Maybe it was just my energy, And he said hey, you fucking freak, what's wrong with you? And I just yelled at him. I wanted to let him know that I'm there and everything's normal, and I don't want to I'm not just walking around mutant mode 24/7. I just said, "I'm getting a duvet." And he's looking at me and he's like, "Oh, wow, what a fucking freak. What's wrong with you?" And I kept yelling, "I'm getting a duvet," over and over and over. And he, I'm shaking him. I'm fucking, I grab him by the shoulders, "Duvet," you know what I'm saying? And then I saw that look of fear in his eyes. It could only be that he's fucking afraid of me as a mutant. His prejudice is fucked up. And so I fucking beat his ass right there in front of everybody, And ever since then, I said, I'm not taking any more shit from these fucking stupid humans. I didn't end up getting that duvet, by the way. They were a little overpriced. I could get it for a better price on Amazon. So I decided I was just going to go home. But,
okay. That sounds like a very sad story indeed. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it is. So, am I in? What's going on?
Fine. Go to your dorm room.
What number?
Here you go. It's on the fucking key, you dumbass. There are signs.
Room number 420.
Yeah. 69 was already taken by Iceman. Now go.
I'm really just not convinced that you're not homophobic. That's okay. It's okay. I'm just going to go on to...
Get out. Please, before I ask Cyclops to just disintegrate you. Or, I could just myself just blow your brain up.
He could.
I could.
Do it. Do it, pussy.
I'll see you tomorrow, Bill. Good night.
That's why I like you. That's why I like you.
Next day, Rav comes to visit. He comes across Bill outside of the school watching his fellow mutants playing basketball. Bill, what? I've been looking all over for you. Your mom told me you were heading this way. What's happening? What are you doing
Hey,
here?
what's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm just enjoying watching my fellow mutants play a game
Fellow mutants?
as I sit down and watch. Yeah.
What do
You didn't know? You didn't hear?
No, you're what?
You didn't hear that I was a mutant and I was cast from society and this is why I'm here?
It's news to me, okay? All right, hold on. Huh?
Yeah. I was, you never seen my superpower?
Why have you've never told me you were a mutant before. Why were you keeping this a secret from me?
I mean,
Thought we were friends, man.
I thought that we were friends and you would just know. I thought that it was just like I had that energy about me.
I mean,
Like, and everyone just
you've
knew.
probably been I don't know. I've never seen you do anything incredible ever in your life. Not even half incredible, you know. So I'm just. You've been keeping it clearly a secret, and I'm just excited, man. Are you kidding me? Superpowers are fucking dope. Okay. Show me what you can do, if you don't mind. I'm sorry for the Dance Monkey Dance request, but I've never seen you. You're chuckling to yourself in a very ridiculous way. What's happening?
Do you think you can handle seeing my powers? Mortal scum.
Is it dangerous?
Very.
I mean, will I get hurt for sure?
Probably. I don't know.
Can you control it in a way where you don't hurt me?
It is so powerful that I can barely control it and contain it when I am trying to hurt someone.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. Is it just like causing an earthquake or something? Or, spawning a volcano?
You think it's that simple?
Okay, tell me. If you don't want to show me, just tell. Tell me what you can do. I'm ready to get my mind blown. Let's hear it.
With great concentration, I can form a water droplet, a small bead of water, of salt water, and let it fall to the floor.
And then...
What do you mean, and then?
What does it do? What does that droplet do once it hits the floor?
Well, I mean, it's on the floor and it wasn't there before.
Can you so can you shoot just a whole lot of water, like spray high, density, or not density, like a large volume of water, high pressure, just like blow a hole through a person with the strength of the power of the water that you shoot from your fingers?
No, that's too straightforward for me. It's just it just kind of falls to the floor, and they can slip on it or maybe like drink it.
What kind of water you said was? Salt water?
Salt water, yeah.
Isn't that just sweat?
I mean, if it was sweat, it would come from my sweat glands.
What if it does and it just gets to the tip of your finger, just kind of rolls down? I mean, like, how much can you exert? How much of the salt water can you exert?
It's about a droplet.
What's the recharge period? How much can you do at once? Like, besides, is it just one drop? That's it?
Okay, well, it's one drop, and then I have to kind of like recharge for a minute, and then power up for 10 more minutes, and another drop, and then at that point, I just kind of pass out for a couple hours. But I don't ever have to use the second drop, You're
not a mutant, Bill. You're an idiot.
The first drop is always... What did you just say to me?
You're not a mutant. I could do that.
Okay, prove it.
I could piss on the ground and it would be more liquid than a single droplet. It would be less effort for me.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be salt water.
It depends on what I eat, I guess.
Fucking dumb it. You're such a fucking dumbass, man. Like, you just think you know how everything works. You just walk in here thinking like, my struggle is a mutant. And you don't.
What do
you don't know
mean?
anything.
Why do you sound so
nothing.
angry? Why? Like you're not a
because
mutant.
you basically okay. Imagine if you're just sitting there in your house, okay, and all your life, you know that you're a farmer. Okay, you're saying to yourself, I'm going to be a farmer. I'm a natural born farmer. And I come into your house and I just say like, where's your goddamn tractor, son of a bitch? You know, that's what you're doing to me right now. And I went through too much shit, man. I was escorted out of a Target because I was a mutant. What have you done? Where's your fucking thing that happened? Oh, you went to the Target and they escorted you out because you were a human? Bitch. Dumbass.
How did the school accept you? How did? What did you?
How
did
they
you bribe
accept
them?
me? They welcomed me with open arms.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
Professor X, he looked at me and he was just like, "You're in." That's what he said out loud. He's, "You're in." He said some stuff before it, but then he said, "You're in." I think maybe.
Have you been making friends?
No. I think that they're threatened.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Like,
I mean, they're all.
isn't my power just like the strongest of all of them?
No.
What? Tell me how Nightcrawler is better.
He's so nimble. Plus, he can teleport.
Right.
Through like the walls. He can teleport through like a certain amount of space. Right.
Yeah.
That's useful. He can. You sleep at night. He teleports to your room, slits your throat, teleports out. No footsteps left anywhere. Think about that. That's a superpower. Or how about Professor X himself? He'll just make your brain explode from like a great distance, go into your head and fucking make you stroke out. You know?
I mean, he could,
or
but
Wolverine just like rip your.
Have you seen him do it? Have you seen him do it with your own eyes?
No.
Exactly.
But it's because he's not violent.
I'm convinced that Professor X can't do anything.
I mean, all right. What about Wolverine? Now that's a real mutant right there.
Yeah, but he's ugly.
You're not like gonna be making any friends spouting shit like that around here.
Yeah, well, I'm just, the truth hurts sometimes, bub.
Speaking of hurts, you got a new tattoo I see on your arm.
Oh, yeah, I did. This old thing that's new?
Yeah, what's that all about?
It's a picture of my idol, who is also a mutant.
It says kill humans.
Yeah, there's a picture of Julia Child on the top of it. Famous chef. Rest in peace.
Explain.
Well, I just thought that like she would have understood my movement.
Ah, thanks. That makes sense. Explain the kill humans part, you dumbass.
Okay, well, first of all, there's more Julia Child on there than there is the kill humans, so I was thinking maybe that's what you were talking about. Kill humans is like, it's like, okay, listen, I don't hate all humans, but I think they should all die.
I die?
Probably, I don't know.
Should you die?
No, because I'm not a human.
What if you found out that you were human, right? In a hypothetical world where you're like, oh my God, fuck, this entire time I thought I was a mutant. Turns out I just have like a strange, sweat gland build, and I'm a normal human, in fact. What would happen then?
Well, first of all, if I had a strange sweat gland build, that means I'm a fucking mutant.
I say strange sweat gland build. I mean, okay, let's say that you have a peanut for a brain and you're just like standing there for 10 minutes, tensing up so hard that you're just like sweating from your hand, from your palm, that just kind of makes its way to your finger, collects at the tip of your finger, and then sort of forms into a single droplet of sweat water, right? What if that's literally how it works?
Likely story. Yeah, likely story. That sounds like...
it's not a likely story to you, fine, but let's say it's a hypothetical. What would happen then? What would you do?
I think I just have to blame myself,
How would you do that? gently sweat down your forehead, like with your finger? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'll do it until I drown if I have to. Using my powers that are real. You piece of shit.
Okay, you have plans on saving anyone?
Nah.
You don't plan to save anyone?
No, like just because I'm a mutant, doesn't mean that I have to save. It's like saying to somebody, just because they have 3 legs, that they have to be in a race because they can run faster
with
than
great
someone with
power
2
comes
legs.
great responsibility and whatnot, right? I know you believe in that.
Yeah, but that was in the Sony universe and not the Marvel one.
Okay. That's fair. Well,
So think about that.
I'm gonna go just do some old lame human stuff, Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just go have.
So you're just gonna leave, huh?
Yeah, I mean, what do you
gonna leave.
mean? I can't stay here. I'm not a mutant, and neither are you.
So you're just gonna walk out of my life. Typical human.
I was never in your life, and if I were in your life, you're the one who walked out of your own life, bro. Look, you moved here.
Typical.
What about your girl? What about your family? What about just everyone? All your responsibilities and everything. You just up and left and somehow bribed your way into Professor Xavier's school.
Bribed my way in. You think that I could bribe my way in with that filthy human currency that I used?
All right, man.
Huh?
You go. I'm gonna go. Just go play video games. I'm gonna go play video games. Maybe make some songs.
Yeah. Typical. Doing human activity, video games.
What are you gonna be doing? What kind of mutant activities are you gonna be doing? Look, your friends are playing basketball.
Yeah, but it's mutant basketball. It's better.
Professor Xavier is playing chess over there with Jean Grey.
Yeah. That's mutant chess. They're using their mutant powers.
They're using their hands.
But they're using their brains, which are mutant brains. You wouldn't understand, man. You think it's so small town.
So what if I'm playing video games and making songs with a mutant brain? Does that make it a mutant activity?
Yes.
Well, I'm a mutant then.
But you're not a mutant.
I'm
you
a
don't have a
mutant.
mutant brain.
I'm a mutant.
Okay, then go convince Professor X that you're a mutant. Then
I
what's your power?
don't need to convince him because I'm not looking for validation unlike a certain someone.
Oh, okay. So you got me all figured out. And then listen, you're just like that dude in Target. I
don't even know what that means.
When I went to go buy a duvet.
I don't know what that means.
If you're a human, you'd get it.
And I'm not, so I don't get it, so I'm not human.
I mean, if you're... sorry, I meant
No,
if you're a
you can't
mutant,
know
you'd
backsies.
get it. That's what I meant.
That's it. You made me
got
a
me.
mutant just there. That's it. You want to play some games like mutants together?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go do that then.
All right, let's do that.
All right, fuck it. Man, you got to tell me everything about, like, the school here, man. I'm really curious to hear, like, the gossip and shit, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I heard that Iceman is gay. So that's interesting. Like, I didn't know that.
A word?
He's also dead.
Why?
I killed him.
Because he was gay?
No, not because he was gay, but I did use that as his weakness.
What do you mean? You, like, pulled out a little bit of penis? Or, like, what do you mean?
No. Don't
You
worry
showed a
about
little
it,
bit
buddy.
of
It's
cheek?
time for another day.
A little bit of leg? Like, what?
I showed him some leg, and he got hot under the collar and melted. Because I'm so hot,